65 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. On the visitors' sideline, it is Lions head coach Dan Campbell. On the other side is Matt LaFleur in his 7th season now as the head coach in Green Bay. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions, remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There can be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's gone. Out of the pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the Lions going to send out the All-Pro from the season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. So out come the Lions, and can they get to the Super Bowl? Franchise that has never been to the Super Bowl, but really close the last couple of years. Made to the NFC title game before falling to the 49ers 2 years ago. And then 15-2 last year, the #1 seed, but stunned by Washington in the divisional round. Feels like a pivotal year for Detroit.
It is, and it almost feels crazy that we're about to say this, but for maybe the first time in the history of the franchise, the Lions are starting to see some of the perils that come with being really good, right? Roster attrition. Everyone starts picking at your players, and then this past year, like Dan Campbell, he now needs to replace both his offensive and defensive coordinator. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, both moved on as head coaches. So with success comes a lot of challenges. So they've got to get healthy on the defensive side of the ball. The amount of injuries they took down the stretch was unprecedented. So Jared Goff has more than proven his place in this league. They've got to replace coaches, and they've got to find a way that not only are they winning, can you sustain it? And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
37. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. And this ball incomplete on third down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. So, Greg, here come the Packers and Jordan Love at quarterback and stability at the head coaching position, 11-6 last year. This division, you've got to be extra good just to be around when the weather gets really cold in January.
Absolutely. And the NFC North, you can make an argument like that. It's the best division in football. I mean, Green Bay wins 11 games, and you're third in your own division. So that's going to always be the challenge up there in the North is, can you stay competitive enough? Are there enough wins on your schedule within the division? So that's something that all four of those teams are going to face. But playoff team a year ago lost to the eventual champs in Philadelphia Eagles. So they're close. Matt LaFleur always has his offense kind of on the cutting edge. They're always going to generate points. Defense much improved a year ago. So things are looking up. Now they got to see is, can they compete not only in a difficult division, but what's a very competitive and difficult NFC.
First and 10. The man in motion is Watson. He'll get this out to the left flat. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. Second down throw for Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Foley. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that box pickup leads to a first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. It is second and 9.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
He's got his big tight end. Tucker Craft. Touchdown, Green Bay.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how he wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Goff. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Lions.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter. 3rd and inches. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 30-yard line.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live the play.
And he will get into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Lions will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. In trouble, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. Well, they'll get some of the sag yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been because of the proximity a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, I know they were 5-12 with the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson and continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb.
That's over the middle and intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked the touchdown, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten to stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over them.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Goff. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
A gain of 7. And the Lions.
Goff to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and 10. Now, Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. So it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And the shotgun. It's Goff. And it's caught. Left side. It's complete. On 1st down, it's Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and it's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Makes the score Lions 14, Packers 10.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Packers 1st
throw it on first down. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
It's a pickup of 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's the Pro Bowl safety, Brian Bryant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Goff to the throw here on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will.
And it's Trevor Lawrence. He's looking to throw, then makes a beeline for the end zone. 12 yards on the scramble for the score. The Jaguars get the victory. Congratulations to Liam Cohen, his first win as an NFL head coach. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And it's Josh Downs. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Colts wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's Ray McCloud. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Falcons move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott thanks the rain. The rain not letting up continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. Yeah! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love firing to Golden. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
At the 32-yard line. A 6-yard
Go play action with Love. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Aleem McNeil working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down.
Here's Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing here is Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
1st down, Detroit.
Gives it to Gibbs. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff to throw. That's over the middle. Taken in by Laporta. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down.
Now give to Gibbs, running right. Yeah, and he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Lions.
1st down, and they stick with him. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll go play action with Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Isaiah McDuffie in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
On second down, gone. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take this one, 10. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Lions 21, Packers 10.
Scott thanks the rain. Might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they ripped off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. You could have made the argument that they're a playoff team. Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Once you flip it over, who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. We missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. That's complete to Jacobs. It is 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
Packers 1st down. 1st and 10.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
Now, Jacobs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Lions have got it.
run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Dan Campbell there, the Lions head coach, as his guys head back out for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. And they have done all you could ask for. Closing in on a road victory to start the campaign. They try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. Goff to tap this one forward. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings up
From the gun, it's Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Devontae Wyatt. He's in to drop him for a sack. And that will bring up 4th down.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want. Like, this game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
To return, it's Nixon. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Love. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to the air, it's Love. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. To throw is Love. This one is caught by Reed. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the 1st down.
Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Love. It'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Packers 1st down.
Here's Jacobs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
In motion, it's Golden. One more time, it's Jacobs.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
And that is incomplete.
miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
A run here with Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, this crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. So, right after the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. The Lions will punt this ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He'll let one go down the middle. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. In motion, it's Golden. On second down, Love. Through the middle. That one caught by Watson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
12 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
On first and 10, here's Love. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now on second and long.
Leads to second down at the 46-yard line.
Love to throw. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Green Bay first down.
10 yards. And the Packers first down. First and 10.
Back to throw is Love. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play. Throwing on second down, Love. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Here's Love. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
2 yards. That's another Green Bay Packer.
He'll get up and spike it here inside of a half-minute remaining. A second down throw for Love. He pulls it in around the 5. Big play. Third and goal coming up.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third.
Now Love. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game. What a
the finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
In a flash, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. So fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. They go down to a knee, and that's the way to start the new campaign. One game, one win here in this season opener. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.